I thought I had the perfect relationship until my boyfriend humiliated me in front of a crowd. That was just the beginning. What started as heartbreak turned into a web of lies, unraveling secret accounts, fake job titles, even a double life. With the help of my friends, I uncovered everything. And in the end, I made sure he was the one left shattered. I always imagined my heartbreak would be dramatic, like the kind you see in movies where the heroine smashes a wine glass, mascara streaming down her cheeks, while some haunting indie song plays in the background. Turns out real heartbreak is worse. Way worse. Because instead of happening in a dimly lit apartment with poetic sorrow, mine happened under blindingly bright lights in front of about 100 people and with a microphone involved. Let me back up. His name was Ryan. Tall, charming, with that perfect balance of self-deprecating humor and fake vulnerability that made every girl think, as different. And of course, I fell for it. We had been together for 2 years. 2 solid years of brunch dates, cozy movie nights, and long, intimate conversations where I actually believed he was my soulmate. God, I was an idiot. The night of the betrayal was supposed to be special, his company's big anniversary gala. A black tie event, meaning I'd spent way too much money on a dress that made me look like I belonged on the red carpet. Ryan had been weirdly insistent that I come, even though corporate events weren't really my thing. I should have sensed something was off when I caught his best friend, Mark, giving me the pity eyes across the room. You know, the damn, she has no idea what's coming look. But I ignored it, smiling like the fool I was. Then came the speech. Ryan took the stage, all confidence and charm, the kind that made people want to believe in him. He talked about success, about growth, about teamwork. And then his voice shifting into that overly dramatic tone, I heard my name. I smiled, my heart skipping. Oh my God, is this a proposal? It wasn't. And I have to take a moment to acknowledge my amazing girlfriend, he continued, eyes scanning the crowd until they landed on me. She has been with me through everything. Through my late nights, my career struggles, even when I made some mistakes, people chuckled. I smiled, though my stomach twisted. And honestly, he shook his head. Doing that stupid pretend to get emotional thing he did. I owe her so much, which is why I can't keep lying anymore. Wait, what? I need to be honest with her and with all of you, he continued, gripping the mic. I met someone else. The room went silent. My brain, empty. I never meant for this to happen, Ryan went on like he was the victim here. But I can't ignore what I feel, and I can't keep leading her on. So I'm sorry, but I have to follow my heart. Somewhere, a glass shattered. Not metaphorically, literally, because someone dropped their drink. Probably from sheer secondhand embarrassment. I stood frozen, heat rushing to my face as every eye in the room turned to me. Mark winced. His boss looked horrified. A woman in the front row whispered something to her friend. And Ryan looked relieved, like he had just freed himself of some heavy burden, like he actually expected applause for his honesty. And that's when it hit me, had planned this. This wasn't a drunken confession. This wasn't a mistake. This was calculated. I swallowed hard, my hands trembling. And then out of the corner of my eye, I saw her. A woman, watching from the back, smirking, like she knew, like she had won. I felt my pulse spike. Oh hell no, this wasn't just a betrayal, this was a setup. And I wasn't gonna go down without a fight. The thing about public humiliation is that it doesn't hit all at once, it builds. It starts as a cold shock in your chest, then creeps up your spine, settling into every inch of your body until your brain finally catches up and screams, "What the actual hell just happened?" I could feel the heat of 100 pairs of eyes burning into me. My ears buzzed. My pulse pounded so hard I swore I could hear it over the microphones, faint static. And Ryan? That pathetic excuse for a man was just standing there, like he expected me to nod, smile, maybe even thank him for his bravery. I should have thrown my champagne in his face. I should have screamed, flipped a table, gone full reality show meltdown. But I didn't. I just laughed. Not a cute, polite giggle. No. This was ugly laughter, the kind that comes from somewhere deep and dangerous. The kind that makes people shift uncomfortably, wondering if they should call for security. Ryan blinked. Oh, you weren't expecting that, were you, asshole? Wow, I said, shaking my head, still laughing. You really thought this was a good idea, huh? He opened his mouth, but I didn't let him speak. Let me get this straight, I continued, voice carrying across the stunned silence. You invited me to your big fancy work event, bought me a dress, kissed me in the car, held my hand walking in just to dump me on stage like this? Someone in the crowd murmured. A woman gasped. Mark was actively facepalming. Ryan shifted, clearing his throat. I just shut up. The words came out before I even processed them. Someone let out a low ooh in the background. I took a step forward, tilting my head. So what now? You thought you'd break up with me? The room would clap, and your little side piece over there, I gestured towards smug homewrecker in the back, whose smirk was gone now, would rush up here so you two could share some rom-com moment? Ryan's face drained of color. He glanced toward her, then back at me. I wasn't trying to hurt you. Oh, I said mockingly, you weren't trying to hurt me. Well, in that case, let me take a moment to appreciate your incredible consideration. Ryan winced. And then the CEO of his company, his actual boss, stood up from his table and applauded. One single, slow clap. Then another and another. until the entire left side of the room, his coworkers, his peers joined in, nodding in approval at me. Ryan? He looked like he wanted to throw up. I leaned in, my voice dropping just low enough for only him to hear. This isn't over, I whispered. Then I turned, picked up my purse, and sauntered out of the venue like I had personally won an Oscar. But inside, my brain was already screaming. Because this was just the beginning. The moment I stepped outside, the cold night air hit me like a slap. My heels clicked aggressively against the pavement as I stormed away from the venue, my pulse still in overdrive. I didn't have a destination. I just needed to move. I yanked my phone out of my clutch, hands trembling as I typed out a text to my best friend, Liv, me. You're not gonna believe what just happened. Not even 3 seconds later, my phone exploded with incoming messages. Liv, WTF, what happened? Why did Mark just text me bro in all caps, answer me before I start lighting candles for a curse? I exhaled sharply, about to respond when the doors behind me burst open. Wait, Ryan. I didn't stop walking. If he wanted to have a conversation, he could do it while jogging to keep up. Can we talk? He asked, his voice dripping with forced concern. Please? I let out a sharp, humorless laugh. Oh, now you want to talk? Now? I spun around, glaring. You couldn't have done that before humiliating me in front of your entire company? Ryan ran a hand through his hair, clearly flustered. You just thought, no. You didn't think. I snapped. If you had, you would have realized that pulling a stunt like this doesn't make you some honest, tortured soul following your heart height, makes you an absolute garbage human being. He flinched like I'd slapped him. And for a moment, I almost let him keep talking. Almost let him spew whatever nonsense he had planned. But then, out of the corner of my eye, I saw her. Smug Homewrecker was standing by the venue entrance, watching us. Like this was some romantic drama where she was the misunderstood heroine and not the reason my night had turned into a flaming dumpster fire. Something inside me snapped. I turned back to Ryan, my voice calm. Too calm. You know what? Forget it, I said. I don't even need an explanation. Ryan hesitated. Wait, what? I smiled, saccharine sweet. I mean, clearly, you two deserve each other. You can go ahead and start your new life together. I just hope she enjoys covering your half of the rento. Wait, I gasped mockingly. She probably doesn't know about that, does she? Smug Homewrecker's expression flickered. Ryan stiffened. Let's not. Oh, no. I cut him off. Let's talk about all the things you conveniently forgot to mention. Like the fact that you're not just broke, you're drowning in credit card debt. Or that you lied about your last promotion. Because guess what? I had drinks with Mark and he told me the truth. You didn't get promoted, you got demoted. Ryan's jaw clenched. Smug Homewrecker was not smirking anymore. I tilted my head. Oh, and let's not forget your favorite hobby, creating fake LinkedIn job titles to impress people. Senior Marketing Director? Cute. Except you're actually just a sales rep who got written up last month for unprofessional behavior. Ryan paled. And Smug Homewrecker? She looked at him like she was just now seeing the real him. Good. I took a deep breath, adjusting my purse strap. Enjoy your night, Ryan, I said breezily. Hope it was worth it. Then I turned, actually walking away this time, leaving them standing in absolute glorious silence. And as I reached the curb, my phone dinged again. Liv just saw a video of your speech on Twitter. You're going viral. I froze. Oh shit. I stood on the curb, staring at my phone like it had personally betrayed me. Me, what do you mean I'm going viral? Liv's response came almost instantly. Liv, someone recorded it and posted it, and now it has 100K views. I blinked. My stomach flipped. 100,000 views? Before I could even react, another text popped up. Liv Lowell update. 200K now. Jesus Christ. This was not happening. I had just gotten publicly dumped in the most humiliating way possible. And now the entire internet was pulling up with popcorn to watch it unfold like a Netflix drama? I opened Twitter. Big mistake. Because the very first video on my feed was me. My face, my voice, my rage-fueled speech captured in crisp HD and captioned POV. This guy just dumped his girlfriend on stage and she turned it into his funeral. The retweets? Insane. The comments? Unhinged. Spicy Zen commented, nah, she ate him up and left no crumbs. Drama Queen 69 commented, Ryan, if you're reading this, how does it feel to lose at life? Messy Bish commented, not her exposing his fake LinkedIn job title, I can't breathe. I covered my mouth, torn between horror and deep satisfaction. Then my phone rang. Liv. I answered immediately. Liv, what the hell is happening? Oh my god, she cackled. You're a legend. I mean, I'm obviously pissed this happened to you, but babe, you took that humiliation and turned it into an art form. The internet is living for this. I pressed my fingers to my temples. I don't want to be a meme, Liv. Too late. She sang. By tomorrow morning, you're going to be everyone's favorite main character. I groaned. Ryan's going to lose his mind. Oh, he's already drowning in hate comments. That got my attention. Wait, seriously? Liv snorted. Girl, he's getting cooked. People found his Twitter, his fake-ass LinkedIn, and get this, his Venmo transactions. I choked. What? Yep. She took a dramatic pause. And the best part? Someone found a Venmo payment to Smug Homewrecker labeled Dev for the hotel. My jaw dropped. Oh, and guess who just went private on Instagram? Liv added. I smirked. Ryan? Bingo. This was actually beautiful. He had thought he could control the narrative. thought he could dump me in public and come out looking like some noble, heart-torn romantic. Instead, the entire internet was lining up to clown him. I exhaled, rolling my shoulders back. Okay, I muttered. Fine, if the internet wants a show, it'll give them a show. Liv practically squealed. That's my girl. So, what's next? I looked up at the night sky, the chaos still settling in my brain. What was next? Oh, I had no idea. But I did know one thing. Ryan's little betrayal? It wasn't even the worst part, not yet. Because soon I was going to find out that he wasn't just a cheating, lying scumbag. He was so much worse. By the time I got home, the video had surpassed 500,000 views. Let me say that again. 500,000. I dropped my purse on the kitchen counter, my brain still struggling to catch up. Less than 2 hours ago, I was sipping overpriced champagne, thinking my biggest problem of the night would be surviving small talk with Ryan's coworkers. Now, I was trending. I flopped onto my couch and refreshed Twitter. POV. This guy just dumped his girlfriend on stage and she turned it into his funeral. 673k views, 81k likes, 27k retweets. And the comments? They were a gift. Petty Label commented, "This man really thought he could cheat and keep his reputation? Not in this economy." Internet Detective commented, "Okay, but why is Ryan's LinkedIn still lying? You are not a senior marketing director, babe. You are a level 1 sales rep." Venmo Receipts commented, "Y'all, the Venmo transactions keep getting worse. He paid for a spa day for her. Meanwhile, OP out here probably paying half the rent." Oh, that one hit a nerve. I had been paying half the rent, actually more than half some months. Ryan was always mysteriously short on money, always promising to make it up to me. I had brushed it off because that's what you do in relationships, right? You help each other out? But this was next level betrayal. I was about to throw my phone across the room when it vibrated in my hand. Mark? I hesitated, then picked up. "Hello?" Mark exhaled. "First of all, I just want to say, though, that was the most insane thing I've ever witnessed in real life." I sighed, rubbing my temples. "Yeah, well, glad you enjoyed the show." "Oh, I loved it." "And so did my girlfriend, my boss, and basically the entire company. In fact, you're kind of a legend now." "Great," I muttered. "Love that for me." There was a pause. Then, a hesitant, "Listen, I wasn't going to say anything because, bro code." I perked up. "Mark," but he continued, "since Ryan decided to go full public humiliation mode, I feel like that kind of cancels out my loyalty." I sat up straight. "Mark, what do you know?" Another pause. "Then I don't think Smug Homewrecker is the only other girl." I blinked. My brain short-circuited. "What? I mean, she's definitely the main one," Mark rushed on. "But there were whispers. A few months ago, some sketchy stuff happened at a work retreat, and Ryan got way too defensive about it. A few of us thought I shot off my couch. Are you telling me he's been cheating with multiple people?" Mark let out a pained groan. "I'm not saying that for sure, but you should check his texts." My eyes darkened. Oh, Ryan was so done. "Thanks, Mark," I said sweetly. "You've been very helpful." Then I hung up, grabbed my laptop, and logged into Ryan's Apple ID. Yes, I still had his password. Yes, he was dumb enough to use the same one for everything. And the moment I opened his iMessages, I realized that Ryan wasn't just a liar. He was a walking crime scene. You know that feeling when your gut tells you something is so much worse than you originally thought? Yeah. That feeling hit me like a freight train the second I opened Ryan's messages. Because holy hell, this wasn't just one side chick. This wasn't even two. Ryan had been treating our entire relationship like a goddamn group project where I was the only one doing the work. The first conversation I clicked on was with Smug Homewrecker. "Ryan, babe, I wish I could leave her sooner. She's just so clingy. You're the one I really want." Clingy? Clingy? Oh, I was about to be clingy to his reputation, his finances, and his entire ability to live peacefully ever again. But then I scrolled down, and that's when things got insane. Because Smug Homewrecker wasn't the only babe in his texts. There was someone else. Multiple someone elses. "Samantha, miss you. Can't wait for our trip. Emily, are you sure she won't find out? I feel bad, Claire. Last night was amazing. Wish you didn't have to go home to her." Last night? I nearly threw my laptop across the room. This absolute gremlin was juggling multiple women at once. And then, because life is cruel, I found a message from 2 weeks ago. "Ryan, I love you. Can't wait to start our future together." But it wasn't to me. It was to some girl named Vanessa. Oh, I couldn't breathe. This wasn't just cheating. This was a whole-ass secret life. And as the final nail in the coffin, I scrolled through his Apple Pay history. Because, of course, he was dumb enough to have that synced too. And guess what I found? Receipts. Literal receipts. 250, hotel reservation, a week before he dumped me. 180, spa day for Vanessa. 60, dinner for two. Meanwhile, he made me split the bill the night before. I sat there shaking. My face burned. My blood felt radioactive. Ryan wasn't just a cheating bastard. He was a full-blown pathological liar. And I was about to ruin him. I had two options. Cry myself into dehydration. Go full FBI mode and make Ryan regret the day he ever decided to gaslight, gatekeep, and girlboss his way into my life. Guess which one I picked? Liv was already on standby when I FaceTimed her. She answered instantly, makeup-free, hair in a messy bun, but eyes feral. "Oh, I know that look. What did you find?" I inhaled sharply. Ryan isn't just cheating with one other girl. Or even two. Liv leaned in. How many? I exhaled. At least 4. Her soul left her body. You're lying. Oh, I wish, I seethed, turning my laptop to show the absolute dumpster fire that was Ryan's messages. But no, I've got texts, I've got Venmo receipts, I've got hotel reservations, dinner dates, spa days. Liv gasped. He took her to a spa. I threw my hands up. He never even paid for my pedicures. Oh, this is war, Liv declared, cracking her knuckles. What's the plan? I narrowed my eyes. First, we gather every piece of evidence. Screenshots, timestamps, financial transactions, everything. I want a full case file on this rat. Liv saluted, say less. For the next 2 hours, we pieced together the timeline of Ryan's extracurricular activities. Turns out, he wasn't just a cheater. He was a serial cheater with a system. Vanessa, the main side piece, thought he was leaving me for her. Emily, work hookup. He lied and said we were roommates. Samantha, long-distance fling, believed he was single. Claire, gym instructor, flirty situationship, unclear if physical. And guess what? None of them knew about each other until tonight, because I was about to introduce them. The group chat of doom. I wasted 0 time. I took screenshots, blurred my name for now because suspense, and made a new group chat. Title, Ryan's harem members emergency meeting. Members added Vanessa, Emily, Samantha, Claire. Then, with the pettiest satisfaction, I dropped every single receipt into the chat. I waited, and then Vanessa texted. Wait, what is this? Emily texted, is this some kind of joke? Samantha texted, who are you people? Claire texted, oh my god. Oh my god, I smiled, sipping my wine. Me, hey ladies, just wanted to introduce you all to each other. You've all been dating the same man. Cheers. Silence. Then Chaz. Vanessa texted, excuse me? Emily texted, oh hell no. Samantha texted, I met his mom, WTF. Claire texted, I trained this man for free. I'm gonna kill him. Liv screamed, laughing next to me. This is the most iconic thing I've ever witnessed. She wheezed. I smirked, cracking my knuckles. Oh honey, we're just getting started. Because next, it was time to take this public. I woke up the next morning to 2 things. A flood of notifications, more than I'd ever had in my life. A text from Vanessa that simply said him in. Let's ruin him. Oh, it was on. The group chat had exploded overnight. Turns out, when you drop a nuclear bomb of betrayal into a chat full of angry, deceived women, things get messy fast. Here's a quick summary of what went down while I was sleeping. Vanessa called Ryan 27 times. He didn't answer. Emily found out Ryan told her he was an orphan, which is hilarious considering he literally has Sunday dinner with his very alive mother every week. Samantha was furious because she flew him out to visit her twice, with her own money. Claire's betrayed. Claire was already on her way to his gym to tell his boss everything. Meanwhile, Twitter was still eating up the viral breakup video. And then because the internet has the investigative skills of the FBI, people started digging. Someone found Ryan's LinkedIn. Someone found his Venmo. Someone found his Instagram. And someone found his old Facebook account where he had a whole-ass fiancée from 4 years ago. Another woman. I nearly dropped my phone. Liv, who was passed out next to me on my couch, suddenly groaned. Why are you breathing like that? I shook her awake. Ryan had a fiancée. Her eyes shot open. I'm sorry, what now? I shoved the screenshot in her face. A Facebook post from 2019. Ryan Thompson is engaged to Jessica Reynolds. Same last name as him. Liv snatched my phone. Is this man married? Oh my god. The confrontation. We didn't even hesitate. I dropped the screenshot straight into the group chat. Me ladies, I have something very important to tell you. Ryan was engaged in 2019 to someone named Jessica Reynolds. The absolute pandemonium that followed could only be described as biblical. Vanessa, I'm gonna throw up. Emily, does this mean he is married? Samantha, I kissed a possible husband. I'm gonna die. Claire, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And then a new number joined the chat. Jessica, I'd like to know why my ex's name is being spammed in my inbox. Oh, shit. There's a special kind of silence that happens when you realize you've accidentally summoned someone's ex-fiancé into a group chat of their current side chicks. And that silence, it lasted all of 5 seconds. Then chaos. Vanessa texted, oh my god. Emily texted, who added her? Samantha texted, wait. Jessica, are you still with him? Claire texted, are we about to find out this man is living a double life? I stared at the screen, my heart beating out of my chest. And then Jessica responded. Jessica, first of all, someone tell me what's going on before I lose my mind. Oh honey, buckle up. I took a deep breath and went in. Me. Jessica, I'm so sorry, but you need to know Ryan has been dating all of us at the same time. He's been lying, cheating, and scamming his way through multiple relationships. Me, and we just found your name while digging through his past. Jessica went silent. Then Jessica Umabe. He cheated on me too. Jessica, that's why I left. Oh. Samantha, wait, so you didn't marry him? Jessica, hell no. We got engaged, but I caught him sleeping with my coworker, so I broke it off. Then he begged for a second chance. And like an idiot, I almost took him back until I found out he was also seeing my cousin. The group chat imploded. Vanessa texted, your cousin? Emily texted, he has negative morals. Samantha texted, how is this man not in jail? Claire texted, I trained a serial cheater for free. I was speechless. Ryan wasn't just a cheater, he was a full-on con artist, a relationship scammer. And the worst part? He was still out there, thinking he got away with it. My fingers itched. I could take this straight to Twitter. I could blow up his entire life with one thread. The screenshots, the cheating timeline, the Venmo receipts. But then an idea hit me. I smiled. "Oh, Liv," I said sweetly, turning to my best friend. She raised a brow. "Oh no, I know that tone. What are you about to do?" I grinned. "I think it's time for a little group project, because if Ryan wanted to play games, we were about to play back." Ryan had spent years playing women like a goddamn chess master. But now he was about to learn what happens when you piss off the entire roster at once. Step 1, the great information dump. We spent the next 2 hours compiling every piece of dirt we had on Ryan. Screenshots of his texts, bank statements showing he spent our money on other girls, the Venmo receipts of shame. By the time we were done, we had enough evidence to make a Netflix docuseries. And then we split up the work. Vanessa was in charge of blasting him on Instagram. Emily handled Twitter. Samantha went rogue and messaged his mom. Claire, our gym queen, took it straight to his workplace. And me? I was about to hit him where it hurt most. Step 2, his reputation is now in our hands. I spent the next 30 minutes crafting the perfect email, subject concerning Ryan Thompson's professional conduct. Then I CC'd his entire company, and his boss, and his LinkedIn connections. Oh, and just for fun, his college alumni group. Then with a huge, satisfied grin I hit send, and that's when she hit the fan. Step 3, sit back and watch the world burn. I barely had time to breathe before my phone started blowing up. First, Twitter. Vanessa the Queen texted PSA. If you've ever dated a guy named Ryan Thompson, check your texts. He is a walking scam and has been cheating on multiple women for years. Here's the proof. Within 10 minutes, the tweet had 5K likes. Within 20 minutes, it had 20K. And then, someone made a TikTok, Messy Talk. This girl just exposed her cheating ex and it's juicier than a Netflix drama. Let's break it down. By the time I clicked the link, the video had 100K views. Oh, this was so much bigger than I thought. Then my phone rang, an unknown number. I hesitated, then answered. Hello? A pause. Then a voice I knew all too well. What the hell did you do? Oh, Ryan finally found out. I smiled. Oh, hey Ryan, I said sweetly. You saw? He was breathing like a psycho. You ruined my life. I tilted my head. No, babe. You ruined your life. Then I hung up. Because trust me, he hadn't even seen the worst of it yet. If Ryan thought one phone call was gonna fix this, he was dumber than I gave him credit for. Because while he was busy screaming into his phone, the internet was still doing its thing. 10 minutes after I hung up on him, I got a text from Mark. Mark, bro. His boss just pulled him into a meeting. This is bad. Mark like, HR is involved bad. I grinned. Perfect. See, when I sent that email, I made sure to highlight every unprofessional thing Ryan had done, including how he used company resources to take his side chicks on dates. Expense reports filled with lies. Business trips, half of them were romantic getaways. Missed deadlines because he was too busy juggling his harem. And now, HR was on his ass. Meanwhile, Twitter was still eating him alive, because some angel of chaos had edited together a compilation video of Ryan's breakup and all the receipts that followed. Title? When your man thinks he's a player but you turn him into the game. By the time I saw it, it had 400K likes. Ryan was finished, and then I got a DM from his boss. He texted, "Just wanted to say what he did to you was disgusting. We're handling it on our end. Appreciate you bringing this to our attention." Handling it. Oh, I loved the sound of that. And right on cue, Mark texted me again. Mark, he just got fired. Holy oh. I let out a slow, satisfied breath because Ryan had officially lost his job, lost his reputation, lost every girl he was playing,